President Trump sat down with CBS's Nora O'Donnell over the weekend for his first interview with 60 Minutes in 5 years. Just months after parent company Paramount agreed to a $16 million settlement with him over that now infamous interview that 60 Minutes did with Kamala Harris ahead of the 2024 election.
Now, Trump joked that about the settlement several times during the interview, even offering praise for the network's new direction under David Ellison, CEO of Paramount Skydance, and new editor-in-chief Barry Weiss. But the most pressing issue, of course, was the ongoing government shutdown, now in its 34th day, just 1 day shy of the record, with no deal in sight.
That's something about which the president voiced frustration, once again blaming Democrats. Take a listen.
What are you doing as president to end the shutdown?
All we're doing is we keep voting. I mean, the Republicans are voting almost unanimously to end it, and the Democrats keep voting against ending it. You know, they've never had this. This has happened like 18 times before. The Democrats always voted for an extension, always saying, give us an extension, we'll work it out. They've lost their way.
Trump also touched on several foreign policy topics, apparently bringing multiple printed news articles as evidence of the wars that he's ended. And he accused Russia and China of testing nuclear weapons.
I'm saying that we're going to test nuclear weapons like other countries do, yes.
But the only country that's testing nuclear weapons is North Korea. China and Russia are not.
No, Russia's testing nuclear weapons.
My understanding...
And China's testing them too, you just don't know about it.
That would be certainly very newsworthy.
They don't have reporters that are going to be writing about it. We do. No, we're going to test because they test and others test. And certainly North Korea's been testing. Pakistan's been testing.
He also gave an answer that surprised some regarding Venezuelan strongman Nicolas Maduro, possibly hinting at a goal of regime change in that country.
On Venezuela in particular, are Maduro's days as president numbered?
I would say, yeah. I think so, yeah.
Trump was also pressed about the indictments of several of his harshest critics, actions he claims aren't political retribution.
James Comey, John Bolton, Letitia James were all recently indicted. There's a pattern to these names. They're all public figures who have publicly denounced you. Is it political retribution?
You know what? You know who got indicted? The man you're looking at. I got indicted, and I was innocent.
Did you instruct the Department of Justice to go after them?
Not in any way, shape, or form. No, you don't have to instruct them because they were so dirty, they were so crooked, they were so corrupt.
I was just asking, is this retribution on your part?
No, it's the opposite. I think I've been very mild-mannered.
But perhaps the moment that garnered some of the harshest criticism was his support of ICE amid allegations of immigration officials detaining American citizens, deploying tear gas in residential neighborhoods, and destroying property like car windows. Here's what he said.
Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out.
Following that segment, it seemed that neither Republicans nor Democrats were entirely happy with the interview. Conservatives online again slammed CBS for the editing choices. Your Voice America host Bill Mitchell wrote on X, breaking, White House drops full 73-minute uncut Trump 60 Minutes interview. CBS slashed it to 27 minutes of spin. 47, that's the president, crushed it, fake news exposed.
Meantime, former MSNBC host Joy Reid said O'Donnell and CBS didn't push the president hard enough. She wrote on Blue Sky, quote, I tuned in to the 60 Minutes Trump interview with low expectations, and I haven't been surprised. Nora let Trump lie with barely any pushback or provision of correction of facts. Where is the Aussie guy from Axios when we need him?
Is that Jonathan Swan she's talking about? My friend. I thought it was a fine interview.
Yeah,
I asked a wide range of questions. There was pushback. It wasn't the host Nora wasn't trying to talk over him and interrupt and correct him at all the times. But she said, you know, for instance, the nuclear testing, she said, well, my understanding is they're not testing, and she pushed back in a variety of ways. I thought it was a fine interview.
Yeah, I didn't.
I haven't had time to compare the edited to the full.
Yeah, I haven't watched the 73 minutes. But from what I saw, I thought she gave him a fair opportunity to talk, and I thought that he strongly responded to a lot of things that I thought would cause more controversy. Like, she brought up specific examples. I know people say with ICE, like, give me the example, when and where. How do you know it's an American citizen? She brought 3 proven examples of things that happened. He's like, yeah. And he said it firmly. So now you take that with how you want to take it. The president acknowledged specific events and instances. He acknowledged that there's some things he's telling Nora O'Donnell that she doesn't know about China testing nuclear weapons, according to what journalists say. You know what I mean? Is that, and what we understand from the Pentagon, who has not said a word about this, is that they are not. And so the president is saying something different. This is specific on record, so we can only do with it what our president is telling us. I mean, that's the information that we have. So I don't think it was a bad interview, and I don't also think she should have spent her time trying to go out of her way to prove
Joy Reid
wrong.
is just seeing what she wants to see. Joy Reid is mad about the ownership change. She's mad about everything. She was going to dislike the.
Well, there's some merit to the fact that she doesn't go too far. He just sued them for that show specifically, $16 million and won, and does not pretend like the Ellises who own CBS, Paramount, Skydance, all of that are not his
but that
good
wasn't
Trump
like
allies
a
and friends.
sycophantic interview.
I know, but she was very, it wasn't a contentious interview at all either. It was just right modestly down the middle, I guess.
We got to run, but I would also say that the answer about Maduro doesn't necessarily mean that the U.S. is about to foster some kind of regime change. He just said his presidency might be coming to an end because his own people overthrow him and he's increasingly isolated. Whether we do something about it is something I'm very much against.
Well, we're doing some agitating right now, so it's good to connect those dots easily. I mean, it's easy to connect those dots. Now, Marjorie Taylor Green is criticizing her own Republican Party yet again. We'll look at her comments on Bill Maher's show after this.